Hey guys, welcome to the Scrapyard. Today we have a Diamondback Overdrive V, 29-inch, 21-speed aluminum frame. It needs a little bit of work here and there. There's some things that are loose, some things that are out of adjustment. The derailleur's not quite shifting right, so we're going to fix that, tune up everything on it, tighten all the bolts that need tightening, tune everything up, and just get it going. The problem I noticed with this when I first went and picked it up is the headset is a little bit loose. I don't know if you can hear it or not. There's a little bit of rattle in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen these pinch bolts right here. Just a little bit, just enough to where it'll move. And once you get those loosened up here, you can take a smaller hex wrench here and you put it in this star nut on the top and you tighten it down, and what that does is that pulls this star nuts in the tube inside this fork, and what that'll do is it'll pull it up and get it seated nice and well. So now I'm going to put the tire between my feet here and align that just about right, and you take the Allen key and tighten those pinch bolts back down, because if you don't, it'll move, and that's just no good. That's not what you want, because I've had that happen before. It's not fun. We'll just leave it at that. But you get those tightened back down, make sure everything's nice and aligned. Just take a look at it with one eye. Alright, and that's all it needs. There's no noise anymore. So now we're going to move on to the derailleur. Okay, so problem I noticed during test riding is when I was shifting all the way down to the highest gear, well, it's not going to do it now, but what it would do is this would come back too far and it would shift the chain over from the cassette and put it right between the frame and the tip of the cassette. So what I'm going to do is take your little flathead, or some of them are Phillips head, and I'm going to adjust that while looking along the side there. Oh, see, it did actually do it. So first, I'm going to put it back on, and then we're going to take and adjust that. Looking along the side, you can see when it's lined up with that very last cassette, that cassette gear. And you want to pedal it, make sure it's not hitting any other ones, because if it hits the other ones, it'll shift up, and that's really bad when you're putting any kind of torque onto it. So I'm going to try get it as straight as we can and run it through all the gears just to make sure. Yep, shifting like a brand new bike. I was doing a little riding around to test the derailleur, make sure it was working properly, and I noticed that when you pedal, every now and then the chain will hit the shifter there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little screwdriver again, and those little screws, find the one that adjusts it, and you can see where it's hitting just a little bit there. We're going to loosen that up just enough for it not to touch. So now we're going to take a rag and wipe off all the crap off this bike. And so I noticed a lot of this paint when I was buying the bike, but I mean, a little bit of overspray is not going to keep me from getting a steaming deal on this. So we're going to try to get it off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and see if that'll do it. It's not going to be doing anything. So I tried rubbing alcohol, I tried plastic scrapers, I tried a razor blade. The paint's just not coming off. So I don't know what else to try. I'm just going to leave it be because I don't feel like trying to correct the paint when I inevitably scratch the hell out of it. So if you guys have any ideas on how to get off overspray or cover it up, let me know in the comments. But we're just gonna move on. It'll probably be okay. Bike's looking great. It's all the gears are shifting properly, the brakes are adjusted, everything's ready to go. So let's go take it out for a rip. We've got the bike ready to go. Everything's tuned up. It's cleaned up enough. Everything's adjusted as it should. So, what do I think of the bike? I think it was an excellent deal. This bike retails for, I found it online for about 700 bucks, but I'm sure there are cheaper options out there. I paid 125 for it. I got it off Marketplace. The guy was super nice. He had it listed for 150. I found it right as he listed it. Got it for 125. It just needed minor things, honestly. It didn't need any new parts. It just needed adjustment. It could use some better pedals, I will say that. In a couple of the videos I took of me jumping it, my feet would slip off and I would hit the seat. So that was no fun. So I'm thinking it'll need new pedals, metal pedals with a little bit better grip. But overall, it's a really great bike. If you could find one of these secondhand or new for a good price, I would 100% get it because it is well worth it. But that's the Diamondback Overdrive V. Cheap bike, cheaply fixed, didn't spend any money at all, just oiled some stuff up, tuned some stuff up, and adjusted, and it works like a brand new bike. So if you guys want to see me put some new parts on this, some modifications maybe, we could do a disc brake conversion, a 9x or a 1x9 or any, there's tons of parts for these. So I could put whatever. Just let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you for watching.